Good old-fashioned conspiracy theory.
All right, tell us all about it, man.
Well, this is one of my favorite ones, guys. This one's called the Mandela Effect, and what it refers to is a phenomenon where a large group of people remember an event or detail differently from its factual occurrence. It was named after the false memory some shared about Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, though he actually passed away in 2013. This effect highlights how collective memories can often be surprisingly inaccurate, suggesting intriguing insights into human memory and perception. Now, that is the dictionary definition. They're trying to lie. Mandela effects are real, and I'm about to prove it.
Okay.
First Mandela effects. Have you ever played a board game called Monopoly?
I have.
Yes.
And if you look at this, this is a huge Mandela effect. Greg, look, I know it's hard. Maybe it's too far. If it's closer, you guys can look at that TV. It really doesn't matter that much. But the Monopoly man in normal culture always had a monocle around his eye. But apparently, the monocle never existed. Now, people are going to say, oh, are you getting him confused with Mr. Peanut, who does have a monocle? No.
He had a monocle, bro. I remember that.
He had a monocle.
Yeah, he was like an old oil man.
I remember this because when I was a kid, I hated Monopoly, and I remember that he had a monocle. I was like, that stupid bitch.
I know, but according to facts, a monocle never existed on the Monopoly character.
Rich guys have monocles. That's just how it goes.
Only rich people had monocles. That's so, okay, first Mandela effect, crazy. All right, now this next one, I'm not even that familiar with. Jiffy peanut, what is this? It's called peanut butter, but it was just called spread. What is this one, Jimmy?
Well, a lot of people call it Jiffy peanut butter, but it's just called Jif.
Oh yeah, it's always been Jif.
I don't know. I remember Jiffy.
I remember Jiffy too,
Jiffy.
dude. I remember Jiffy as well.
Yeah. No, I remember Jiffy. I remember it being part of the commercials, probably. Like they had like a whole slogan thing about it.
Yeah, like in a Jiffy.
Jiffy. I know. Like you make the sandwich in a Jiffy. This is very weird. That it's just Jif. That doesn't even make sense.
That's a horrible name. They need to go back.
Horrible. JIF. Who would even approve that?
What's the other peanut butter brand? I think that one's better, anyways.
Which one is that?
I don't know. I'm gonna say Robin Hood peanut butter just because.
I don't even know that brand is. But now the third one. You guys like movies.
Yeah.
This one is from Hannibal Lecter. Hello, Clarice. And now, what is the Mandela effect behind this?
Well, everyone thinks that Hannibal Lecter says "Hello, Clarice" when he meets Clarice, but he doesn't actually
Clarice,
say
Jimmy, say
Clarice.
It right. Yeah.
He just says "Good morning."
I can't speak on this one. I've never seen this movie.
He never says hello, Clarice.
Nope.
I watched a clip today because I thought the same thing, and he just says "Good morning" really quickly.
I've seen that. Like, I haven't seen the movie, but I would see memes of people putting "Hello, Clarice."
I know, that doesn't make
clip.
sense. Dude, I can hear his voice, Anthony Hopkins' voice, saying, hello, Clarice.
Alex, do you think it's multiple timelines? That's one of my favorite Mandela Effect theories, is that we're remembering past timelines where this is actually what happened.
Or one of the theories is that it's called the butterfly effect, is that there's time travelers that are traveling. And if you did time travel, like if you went and stomped, it killed a butterfly, that could affect the whole future of humanity.
I mean, that's
we
pretty
keep
funny.
the memory of it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, somehow we still have the memory because we lived it.
I never even heard that one.
But the time traveler messed it up, and so that's why
Isn't it in the Silence of the Lambs on the cover art? There was like a butterfly.
There was a butterfly on that. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, now this one is insane. The fruit of the loom never had a cornucopia.
It absolutely had a
This one had
cornucopia.
a.
Why did you use this picture? There it is. It never had a cornucopia.
Yes, it did.
I know.
That's the only reason I knew what it was when it was in Hunger Games.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Not even a word.
So this is Donald Trump's uncle that traveled back in time and is affecting all
Fred
this
Trump, that son of a bitch, is ruining our timeline.
I mean, is anybody in the chat, do they even care that we had that there was no cornucopia? This is like this blows my mind. I mean, the fact that there's no cornucopia, it seems impossible. But according to fact, I guess that's what they call it.
Fuck these fruits. Add the funny looking woven basket, bro.
The basket, without the basket, it looks like a fake logo. That looks like a Chinese knockoff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That's AI.
Now this one is a frowning Mona Lisa, but in reality, Mona Lisa actually has a slight smile.
This is
Wait, is this
for
the
debate. I
real
think
or
it's
the fake
more of a
one?
neutral look.
What is this? This is the real Mona Lisa, right, Jimmy?
Correct.
Yeah, and so a lot of people always thought she looked mad.
No, she never smiled.
I know.
That was the whole thing, is why didn't this model smile? I remember reading about it.
But according to Fred Trump and his time traveling antics, now we have her just having a slight smile.
Yeah,
In return, we get Trump elected again.
Yeah, that's like the entire appeal of this art is that nobody knows what emotion she's feeling. She has a very neutral expression.
And that expression, what would you say that expression is, Greg?
I would just say in this particular one, the way I'm seeing it is contentment.
I think she's trying to be like a naughty girl. She's like,
Ooh, Mona Lisa.
naughty. Yeah, she seems kind of naughty.
I thought she was trying to be humble.
Is that what she's trying to
Like
be?
a polite little smile, like when you walk into a hotel and the receptionist eyes you.
That is kind of what it
Mona
is.
Lisa fucked Da Vinci.
Is that true?
They had sex. No, they didn't. I don't know.
Don't
Dude, you
spread
can't-
misinformation on this show.
Look at that
Everything we
face.
talk
She
about
knows.
is fact.
Actually, Alex, one of the theories is the model for this was Da Vinci's young male lover.
So Greg is right. Young male lover?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Yo,
Da Vinci had
Vinci
gay
was a
sex.
homosexual? Why did he always make the statues have small penises?
bro, I can't believe femboys are canon.
I don't believe Da Vinci's
Exactly.
gay. If Leonardo da Vinci was gay, he would have sculpted them with huge, massive dongs, dude. And-
Or
It was
he's
more
a
tasteful.
he's a top because they
Nah,
got
back-
their asses. Have you
Yeah, I
seen
think
the
he was
ass?
a
Back in the day,
catcher.
having a small penis was actually considered very powerful. That's how it
Can you
is.
elaborate on that a little?
I don't know. I'm not from
Wait,
there. I'm just
he
what
might
the
be-
historians tell me.
It sounds reasonable because if you think about it, the lower class were the black people, and if they're walking around with big ones and the white people have the small ones, they'd look up to the white ones. In a cultural way, that makes sense.
In a cultural way, it makes perfect sense. But Greg, go back to what you were saying. What history are you reading?
What do you think? I just got a source in my pocket? I heard
I'm
it.
just saying, I hear stuff and I remember it right or wrong. Mandela
All I know
effect.
is that all the Roman statues and stuff like that, they have small penises, and they're like, that guy is a big deal.
So if you're part of the aristocracy, you had to have a small penis. Is how we believe it to be?
Nah, but they would make you with smaller penises to make you seem more powerful. They would make it way smaller. They'd be like, okay, we can't let him know that this guy had a massive dong.
All right, enough talking about penises. This
gay
next
show.
Mandela Effect is obviously going to be probably a little dated for you fellas, but Ed McMahon would walk around with Publishers Clearinghouse. But what's the Mandela Effect? It was actually called...
Well, the Mandela Effect is that people assumed he was giving out big checks on the Tonight Show, and he never did. He just appeared in one commercial.
I'm too
He
young
never
for
gave
this.
somebody a big check, dude. See
Never.
that? Every Super Bowl they do the Publishing Clearinghouse. Show George because George is old enough. George, you know this. You've seen them give that big check. Am I right or wrong?
I thought he did.
No,
Every Super
never
Bowl,
did.
George. You don't remember that? Every Super Bowl he'd give a big ass check.
According to this, it never happened.
Nope.
That's insane. That doesn't. I swear he gave a big check. Every Super Bowl they would do it. It'd be like in January. Wow, that's crazy. All right, now this one is perfect for you, young bucks. The Berenstain Bears fail a spelling bee. So it's always been Berenstain, and my last name's Stein. So I always thought it was the Berenstain Bears when I was young. That's how I remember
That's
it.
what I called it too.
I thought it was the Berenstain Bears.
Or Berenstain, but you know what I mean? S-T-E-I-N. It wasn't Stain, S-T-A-I-N.
Nah, either I was a stupid child or they're wrong because that doesn't roll off the tongue at all. Berenstain Bears.
Yeah.
You know, all these old Mandela effects, we haven't had any new ones, right? Like past 2013.
There's actually some newer-ish ones. We don't have them pulled up, but there are some new ones, believe it or not. Now, this next one, I don't even know. This is he always had a silver boot. Is that?
Silver leg, yeah. So everybody thought he was fully gold, but he actually had one leg that was silver.
That's crazy. And there's multiple Star Wars ones. That's also. Do we have the? Well, let's go to. So did you guys realize that he's not all gold? That his leg was.
Is
Actually
it all gold in the prequels?
I don't know if it's from the prequels or just the initial trilogy.
Because if he's all gold in the prequels, that might just be people not remembering. Because
No, according to the website we got it from, it's always been silver.
I mean,
that's not right.
I remember it being gold, but considering the fact that he's made out of spare parts, basically, I would believe that was silver.
Yeah, me too. Okay, number 9, risky business. This is Tom Cruise in his underwear, right, Jimmy?
Correct.
So the Mandela Effect is that he was never in his underwear. What is the Mandela
The
Effect?
Mandela Effect is people remember him wearing glasses in this shades in this particular scene.
Oh, he did have sunglasses
He
on.
doesn't.
You're kidding. I thought he had sunglasses on and flicked them off or whatever.
Nope. No sunglasses at all.
How does that even get changed in people's brains?
I don't know. How do we remember that wrong? Now, this next one, you cannot tell me that this movie didn't come out. Kazaam, not Shazam. So everybody remembers Kazaam with Shaq, but there's supposedly a movie called Shazam starring Sinbad, one of the greatest African-American comedians of all time. But that was never the case. There's always Kazaam. Jimmy, you're posting these. These are all kind of like the debunking pictures of it, the Kazaam. We need to see one of...
but that's the point. There's no Shazam Sinbad. But
Yeah,
everyone
but
thinks
people
there
make,
is. There's
like,
no picture that
concepts.
exists.
They make concepts of what they remember.
People are saying Shazam was a movie.
It wasn't, though.
Pretty sure it was, Jimmy.
Okay. Well,
All right, let's watch number 11. Tinkerbell dots the I in Disney. She's always dotted the I in Disney.
That's iconic.
Yeah, absolutely did.
So what are you saying, that she didn't dot the I?
She dotted the I.
Is this a
no, is it saying that she did and no one realizes it, or that she didn't?
I believe, if I remember correctly, it's that she used various things to actually dot the I.
Okay, this one sucks. All right, now let's go to number 12. I can't read the prompter. What is this, Jimmy? Curious
George has a tail, but he's never had a tail. Everyone thinks he has a tail. He does not have a tail.
That just means the artist is stupid.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's always been nude.
I remember him swinging around on it.
What,
Me too. I remember him having a little curly tail.
They
Yeah.
circumcise his tail?
Yeah,
Time Traveler did.
maybe we know who's time traveling now if they're circumcising tails.
Who?
A certain ally.
Transgender community? What do you mean?
No.
All I'm saying is we know what's real and what is real.
I don't understand what you just
There's
said.
there's a certain group of people in the world who spread circumcision.
Oh, gosh. We love that country. It's a great country. It's our biggest ally, so just shut your damn mouth. You know what it's like to have an ally?
I thought that was a sponsor plug.
I'm asking you. Do you know what it's like to have an ally? And you realize how important it is?
Me and him are allies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just one time they accidentally shot our boat.
Sunk it.
Everybody still brings that up. People have wartime accidents all the time. Now, number 13, beam me up, Scotty. This was never said, apparently?
No, he said beam us up.
Oh, hell no. That'll just play some people.
It was always beam me up. This is ridiculous. These are. I can't even believe this, dude. You're telling me these are fake. You didn't have the tail. Beam me up. It was beam us up. That doesn't sound right.
I thought that was a cop
brother-
out. Anyways,
Me and my brother
beam us,
used
beam
to-
me.
We used to play it all the time. Like, we'd pretend to be in Star Trek, and like, why would we be saying beam me up if we could just say beam us up and be right?
Yeah, we'd always say, beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up. It was not beam us up. That's insane. Okay, number 14, Smokey the Bear was actually a dog.
He was actually never called Smokey the Bear. He was just Smokey Bear. The is completely
We got to
made up.
add the duh because it makes him more powerful.
Yeah, it
Smokey
does.
Bear?
Well, according to this article, it says he came up around the time as Winnie the Pooh, so people started calling him Smokey the Bear, but the original is just Smokey Bear.
Well, I think Smokey the Bear is better because it gives him a power, an authority. You know, like this is the guy. This is the guy that tells you to stop making fires.
The bear.
It was always Smokey the Bear. This is insane. All right, now number 15, Born in the USA and the Bandana Effect. So what is this?
So everyone thinks that
Bruce
he has a
Springsteen?
bandana in his jeans, but it's actually a baseball cap.
Okay.
I mean, that could just be because you're looking at the picture funny. I mean, that.
Is that a baseball cap or a cowboy hat?
Yeah, it's just bad angling.
Yeah, I just think that's kind of a weird picture. Okay,
So
all right.
those are all the graphics we had. Any ones we missed? The only one that wasn't included, apparently Looney Tunes is
Yeah, it
spelled
was always-
Toons, which
I
makes
know.
sense because it's cartoons, not Tunes. That blew my mind.
That is a crazy one. Without the graphic, it's hard to explain. But Looney Tunes, you would think would be spelled Tunes because we're the Looney Tunes, music, blah, blah, blah. It's not. It was tunes, like cartoons, Toons. It was always
Yeah.
Looney Tunes.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why.